It's never too early to start getting ready for hockey season, and 23-24 will definitely be one to watch. We've got a centennial celebration, the return of something mighty, a couple of classics could make a comeback, and 4 different outdoor games. Welcome to your first look at the final season of the Adidas era, as Icethetics presents Jersey Watch 2023 NHL Summer Preview. Next season is only 3 months away, with a lot of jersey announcements yet to be made, so be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. That said, there are a handful of things worth discussing and even speculating on right now, but let's get the bad news out of the way first. The big hit last season, of course, was Reverse Retro 2.0 from Adidas, and if you were hoping for another round of those, I'm sorry to disappoint. There will not be any new Reverse Retros next season, although some of last year's designs may be coming back. More on that later in this video. But perhaps the biggest jersey story of this season is the end of an era. The 23-24 season will be the last with Adidas designing NHL jerseys. Next summer, Fanatics will take over. Like many fans, I'm nervous about that too, so for now, let's just focus on what's right in front of us. We're fresh off the 2023 NHL Draft in Nashville, an event that occasionally ushers in a new jersey or two. But before Connor Bedard was even selected, this happened. Arizona Coyotes execs making their way into the arena, every one of them dressed in matching maroon suits. Naturally, they didn't want their new draft picks to feel left out, so they handed out their maroon alternate up on stage, the only team to have their third jersey on hand at the draft. Meanwhile, 30 of the other 31 teams issued standard home jerseys to their new players, including the Philadelphia Flyers, who only recently unveiled their new primary uniforms. Unfortunately, the club's social media crew pulled a jersey fail of their own. I guess the sponsor patch wasn't quite ready for the new burnt orange jerseys that made the trip to Nashville, because clearly it wasn't there when they made their picks on live TV. And yet somehow, their Twitter account featured photos with that ugly blue logo in a variety of random sizes and positions. Anyway, the only team that did not have a color jersey for their draftees was the Avalanche, who seemed to prefer their white road sweater on draft day. And then came the big reveal. After taking Leo Carlsson with the second overall pick, the Anaheim Ducks beamed him back to their draft party in California as if by magic. He appeared in some kind of hologram machine meant to look like he was right there in the room, but inside a white box. Then he stepped out for a moment, returning in an all-new Ducks sweater. It was an exciting unveiling for Anaheim's new 30th anniversary jersey, a fresh design with lots of great callbacks to the Mighty Ducks era, much like their 25th anniversary jersey. Remember that one? The new look is incredibly fun. The crest is based on the shoulder patch from the team's early years, remade to incorporate their current name and even their current logo in a subtle way. Oddly enough, this crest doesn't appear to be made the same way as Adidas' modern jersey crests. It looks to me like they went with a classic tackle twill to really reflect that early 90s style. I'm not sure if that's true, but I kinda hope it is. It all sits at the center of an eggplant-colored jersey. The stripes continue the retro theme with a modern touch, horizontal instead of angled. The hanger effect, the design inside the collar, reads mighty, with the perspective of the letters matching their original word mark. The name and number font are also identical to what the Mighty Ducks wore in '93. And lastly, hidden within these metallic silver sleeve stripes are nods to the team's 2 eras. The right arm reads Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, established 1993, while the left arm says Anaheim Ducks, established 2006. This new third jersey will be worn for select games throughout the season, including its debut at the home opener on October 15th. It will not, however, feature the club's new 30th anniversary patch, which will be reserved for their standard home and away jerseys. We got a preview of that at the draft. Unfortunately, the jerseys are cluttered by a newly announced sponsor logo, officially making the Ducks the 16th NHL team with a jersey ad, meaning half the league have now spoiled their sweaters. That is a real bummer, even if it was inevitable. We move on to the Boston Bruins, who have big plans for their centennial season. After debuting this 100th anniversary logo back in January, the club revealed a new crest for next season, the day before the draft. It blends past and present logo designs to create something fresh yet retro, just like the Ducks did. The Bees partnered with fan brands and Adidas in developing this look. The Bruins have not been specific about their plans yet for next season, but I'm told the club may wear special home and away uniforms featuring this crest, possibly along with a new third jersey. I don't have all the details yet, but I will let you know as soon as I do. It's shaping up to be a big year in Boston. Next up, the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm told their 25th anniversary throwback jersey from last season was such a hit that they're bringing it back for an encore. The Canes have never gone without a red jersey in their lineup, and that doesn't seem to be changing next year, but nothing official on that just yet. The Los Angeles Kings may be working on something behind the scenes in typical Hollywood fashion. I can't confirm anything yet, but Icethetics sources have reported new branding could be in the works for LA. Does that mean a new logo, a new uniform? Too soon to say just yet, but I will keep you posted. The Minnesota Wild have introduced a new word mark as part of their branding package. It was first noticed at the draft, but I can confirm it's been in the team's official style guide since at least May. The logo is a bit rough. Adidas senior designer Eric Bottomer said on Twitter that his department was not involved and that it's likely the work of the Wild's in-house creative team. Beyond that, I'm told a third jersey is finally in the cards for Minnesota. After bailing on these designs, as seen in my recent video NHL Prototypes 5, it sounds like the Wild may bring back their reverse retro. The only question is, will they go with white or green? The New York Rangers are also rumored to have a third jersey in the works and also rumored to be reviving their reverse retro. And once again, the question is, which version? I'm feeling like a broken record here. The Wild and Rangers are always rumored to have third jerseys and then end up with nothing. But yes, I do expect Lady Liberty to be back in the Blue Shirts lineup next fall. Now, let's see if that holds. That said, they will be returning to the Stadium Series, which will include a new jersey. More on that coming up. The Philadelphia Flyers were the first team to announce new primary uniforms for next season, along with a new primary color. The Flyers ushered in a new era of orange by reverting to the darker burnt orange that they wore throughout the 1980s and 90s. The updated home and away jerseys also feature wider shoulder yokes and single-layer sleeve numbers as a tribute to their original look from 1967. In addition, the Flyers plan to keep their black third jersey, which debuted at the 2017 Stadium Series. The Tampa Bay Lightning may have a throwback third jersey next season, according to Icethetics sources. Details are scarce at the moment, but elements of their early black jersey are apparently in the mix. But we'll have to wait and see on this one. The Toronto Maple Leafs are hosting the 2024 NHL All-Star Game. Typically, the host team will wear the event logo as a jersey patch for the first half of the season, but with a sponsor now taking the usual place on the chest, will the Leafs go for a shoulder placement instead? With that, let's look ahead at the special events planned for next season. The 2024 All-Star logo was released on June 3rd and kind of lacks the epic feel of a gathering of hockey royalty in Toronto. The yellow in particular seems out of place. We're still waiting for the release of the full style guide for this event. But one unique aspect of this brand is that it has two different sponsors, one for the US and one for Canada. Guess it depends on where and how the logo's being used. The sponsor is not usually included on the jersey patch, though, either for the host team or at the All-Star Game itself. But before all that, there's the 2023 NHL Global Series. For the first time, NHL games will take place in Australia, with Melbourne as the site of a couple preseason exhibition games in September between the Kings and Coyotes. Then in November, the biggest Global Series event yet. 4 teams under one roof as the Red Wings, Maple Leafs, Senators, and Wild head to Sweden in November for 4 games in 4 nights. No special jerseys are worn in the Global Series. However, We will certainly see new sweaters for the 2023 Heritage Classic. The Oilers and Flames will take the Battle of Alberta outside for the first time as the teams meet at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton on Sunday, October 29th. The logo incorporates colors from every era of the Oilers, going beyond blue and orange to include red, copper, and silver. This game also marks the 20th anniversary of the Heritage Classic, first played in 2003 at the very same stadium. No solid word yet on the jerseys, but the Flames marketing director confirmed on Twitter that Calgary's design was finalized last fall, and the base color will be white. He also said the Heritage Classic jersey would be worn at least once at home. On the other side, a persistent rumor has the Oilers wearing a look based on the Edmonton Mercuries, a club that represented Canada at a couple of international tournaments, including the 1952 Winter Olympics in Oslo, where they won gold. With the game just over 3 months away, the jersey reveals should happen any time now. Moving on to the 2024 Winter Classic, which will showcase the NHL's newest expansion teams as the Seattle Kraken host the Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights at T-Mobile Park. As usual, the game will be played on New Year's Day. The nautical-themed logo combines the color palettes of the two clubs taking part, and the base design is shaped like a compass, just like the logo belonging to the ballpark's home team, the Seattle Mariners. Jerseys, however, remain a mystery so far. The Winter Classic typically sees teams sport something with historical significance. For two relative newcomers to the NHL, that's not really possible. Will we see the Kraken take inspiration from the Seattle Metropolitans? They were the first U.S.-based team to win the Stanley Cup back in 1917. Or will both teams go down the what-if road, imagining what each club might have looked like had they been around a century ago? For example, check out this intriguing idea from Zachary Dotson on the Icethetics Concept Showcase. I really can't wait to see what the Adidas designers have come up with for their final Winter Classic. By the way, if you'd like a closer look at the details of the Winter Classic, Heritage Classic, and NHL All-Star logos, check out my Flash Report video from June 11th. The final event of the regular season is a 2-for-1, the 2024 Stadium Series in New Jersey. As you can see, we don't have a final logo for that one yet, just a temporary placeholder, but we do know it will involve 4 teams playing 2 games at MetLife Stadium over one chilly weekend in February. It'll mark 10 years since the first ever Stadium Series in 2014. It kicks off on Saturday night with the Devils hosting the Flyers, followed by the Islanders and Rangers for a Sunday matinee. This event is where the NHL usually experiments with futuristic jersey concepts. The Islanders and Rangers participated in the first one, remembered for its chrome crest effects, and although the Devils played in the 2014 Stadium Series as well, they refused to wear the radical uniform style, opting instead for a simple throwback. I would expect all 4 teams to fully take part with special jerseys this time around, but so far, I have no idea what those designs will look like. And that's it. Everything we know about what's new in NHL branding for next season. But obviously, there is so much more still to come. So be sure you're subscribed to Icethetics to get updates in your feed throughout the summer. And if you're already a subscriber and want to support the channel in other ways, consider leaving a super thanks. Or you can become a member. Just tap that blue join button. And as always, here's a special stick tap to the Icon members. Thank you for keeping the channel going. And thanks to everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out if you don't mind. That is all for now. See you next time.